out what we were going to pack and how much food we were going to bring, because we're planning on being about 20 to 30 days. And first time doing this, so I'll show you. This is our spare room. And we have like lots of snacks. Jared just installed this brand new Hisense, much bigger than our other fridge. And this is our fridge supplies. And then upstairs I'll show you our freezer space too. So this is the freezer upstairs. So this is some spinach. And I've got burgers and blueberries. Some ribs, and there's steak underneath that. Okay, and then on this side we have sausages, some cheese, some pizza dough, and bacon, some moose burger, and then I have some pre-packaged meals from Costco. So I think it should be all right.
So a little background on this trip. We've been wanting to get into coastal cruising for a few years now, and it's something we're gonna strongly consider in our retirement, is spending 4 to 6 months a year on the water and travel North America, and who knows. But we want to see if it's for us. So we got a great deal on this older Bayliner from a friend of ours. And these boats they're known as an excellent Pacific Northwest cruiser. The value that you can get in a boat like this, and you can make a few modifications to make it to upgrade the systems for the components and things that work better than they did back 30 years ago when this boat was built. So some of the things that we did do was we did a full new electronics package, Garmin up and down, autopilot, depth finder, radar. Those are the big ones. That made life on this boat considerably more enjoyable from day one. The autopilot especially, we're always paying attention, but to always be micro adjusting everything you're doing on a boat that does about, we'll call it 8 knots. Like we cruise anywhere from 6 to 8 knots. And if you're always adjusting every minute, you kind of feel like I got to make just minor corrections. This is much more enjoyable, so I can enjoy the view. There's West Vancouver in the background. We just passed Point Atkinson. Oh wow, check it out. So this time of year, it's June right now, so it's early June. And we wanted to do this trip up to Desolation Sound a little earlier than most people would go. So I've always loved hanging out in June. You get super long days. Generally, I hope there's less bugs where we're gonna go. And the main one, there's gonna be a lot less people. And I'm sure hanging out in a bay with 100 to 200 boats is a great time, but we're past that point in our life where we want to do that. So we'd like to kind of travel the places a little less traveled. And we have a brand new Striker Rib LX 330 Hypalon edition with us on this trip. We've used the boat a few times. We love it. It's essentially no different from its PVC counterpart, but it's a different kind of boating. So we've always done essentially sport boating, hunting, fishing, camping, quadding, that kind of stuff. So we're going to switch it up a little bit and share with you some of the adventures that you can have beyond the anchorage. Widowmaker. Like, those are the kind of logs you're really trying to avoid out here. Now, going at 8 knots probably wouldn't be that bad, but you'd still want to avoid it. We are just on the other side of Gibson's right now. We're going to be coming up to Roberts Creek and Seashell, and we're going to tuck in for the night into this guy right here. So this is Thormanby Island. Thormanby is a great spot. We have done a lot of striker film shoots on Thormanby and always had a great time. So yeah, Thormanby will be our day one destination. And Thormanby is just across from Smuggler's Cove. And it's a great little spot depending on the weather. Thormanby generally has pretty good holding in my experience. I haven't anchored there in a boat this size, but I've anchored there with our aluminum boat many times, and it's always been really good. I've never spent the night in there on the boat. We've camped on the beach a few times, and the boat's always been there in the morning, so that's always a good sign. Yeah, so we're about, let's see, we're going to be there at 5:30, and it's 3 o'clock now. So 2.5 hours. That puts us at about maybe a 7-hour run today total, which 7 hours is a good intro day. Make sure everything's working. We did run into a few small issues this morning. For some reason, the compass in the autopilot was being wacky. It's never done that since we've owned it. And we just installed a new inverter and new solar panels. And I assumed that there was an interference running through the cables, so diagnosed it out in the water, and turns out it might have just needed a compass calibration, possibly due to interference from the new stuff. I don't know. We will never know. But what we do know is that it's adventure time. The weather does look pretty good. Maybe we'll drop anchor and we'll rip over to Smuggler's Cove. And legend has it, that's where all the smugglers on the coast used to hide out and evade the authorities. Are we going to be evading anyone tonight? We'll see.
So we made our first journey. It's our first stop, day one, Thormanby Island. It's really pretty here. And there's nobody here. So nice. So we've had a couple issues. First was our solar panels. One of them wasn't working. And now Jared's trying to fix our anchor. Hopefully he can get this sorted, because Desolation Sound is 90% you want to use your anchor, and then the rest of the time you'll go to docks, but for the most part we're going to be anchoring, so I'm sure it's all going to work out.